Tiaundra Christon was born in 1999. She had a daughter by the name of Hazana Anderson, who was born on January 18th, 2017. On October 28th, 2018, Havana apparently was getting beaten by a belt by a man by the name of Kenny Hewitt, who apparently was seeing Tiaundra. Apparently, Tiaundra was out getting food. Apparently, she returns and Kenny asks her to join in on said beating before they basically get her turned in before he continues. They apparently would eventually notice that Havana would, of course, become unconscious because of this. So then apparently they claim to rush her to the bathtub, basically try to wake her up with some water. She then apparently notices that Havana's anus apparently is very wide and asks Kenny why apparently that is. If he gave a response, it's not publicly recorded. They then apparently tried using the hairdryer once they realized that waking her up with water from the bathtub didn't work, but just wound up burning her skin. So then Havana's body is basically put in the trunk of her mother's car for 3 days. Is then taken out, put into a trash bag, has a rock tied to it, and is then thrown to a lake. Havana is then apparently reported missing 5 days later. Police apparently find a handbag with a life-size doll that has Havana's clothes on it, because apparently the mother was walking around pretending that Havana was still alive and that this doll was her daughter. So the mom, obviously, she was getting charged with basically making a false report. Cell phone records showed Kenny's involvement, and he got charged with tampering with the corpse. Havana's body would apparently be found on Halloween. Tiaundra, apparently her bond was originally $500,000, but then it got lowered to $200K. She gets released in that $200,000 bond. And both of them, so both her and Kenny, are both sentenced to 20 years. She apparently also has to pay a $10,000 fine to who does not said who she has to pay that to. And apparently she's eligible for parole after 5 years.